Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Glad to have you guys in the stream tonight as we got the second meeting between these two teams. Both teams played each other on Monday night. The Indiana Fever back in action, and they have been rolling. 5-2 in their previous 7 games. 10-7 overall. They're in a tie for the number 6 spot in the WNBA standing alongside Golden State. And right now they're 7-3 in their whole floor, which ranks tied for 3rd in the WNBA for the best whole winning percentage as well. Caitlin Clark, number 3 scorer in the league, averaging over 21 points per game, balling out as a lead, as she's got 7 straight games with 20-plus points, and already a victory on Monday night over the Phoenix Mercury, as Indiana won that game 86-77. Basically in the second half, they were blowing them out. Started off the game slow. They were trailing 19-3 at one point, and all of a sudden started to make their threes. And then just went on a massive run, took control of the game, got up by double digits, ended up winning by 9. But Caitlin Clark, coming off a game-high 24 points, 9 assists. Kelsey Mitchell right behind her, finished with 22. Monique Billings had a double-double, 14 and 11. And tonight, the Indiana Fever back in action, trying to make it another victory in a row over Phoenix. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Going to be tipping off in a couple moments from now. And feel free to let us know out in the chat who you guys like to win this game tonight here. Fever or Mercury. Indiana Fever, once again, they come in as an 8.5-point favorite on the line. Honestly, I think they're going to win this game by double digits tonight for Indiana. Phoenix Mercury have 5 players listed out, and that includes the number 3, 4, and 5 scorers who are out tonight in this game. So Phoenix is without Jovana Nagic, number 3 scorer, averaging 10 points per game. Monique Koa-Makani, she is out with a hamstring injury, averaging just over 10 points per game, number 4 scorer. And Natasha Mack, who started the previous game, she is out due to a foot injury, a 9-point per game score. So those are 3 key losses out of 5 total players that they're without tonight in this game for the Phoenix Mercury, and Phoenix is struggling, just 1-5 in their previous 6 games, and the only victory they picked up was on Saturday against Seattle, which Seattle is in a tie for last place alongside the Connecticut Sun at 3-15 overall. So looking like another good shot to win this one tonight on their home floor for Indiana. The last game they started off slow, so I would imagine tonight that they're gonna pick it up and have a much better game starting out. If you guys remember from the previous game, they were trailing 19-3 in the opening quarter to begin. They made the first field goal with a Lexi Hall 3 from the corner, and then after that, they missed 16 straight shots in a row, and then they drilled a shot right before the buzzer by Kelsey Mitchell to close out the end of the first. It was 19-6 at the end of the first quarter, and then all of a sudden, their offense started clicking. Caitlin Clark was drilling 30-footers in the second quarter, and they took control and just dominated the rest of the game. What's good, Daniel on the street? Welcome in. Jeffrey, welcome back in, man. Fever outscored a Mercury 35-22 in the second quarter on Monday night. Caitlin Clark had 15 points alone in the second quarter. That's when she went off, drilled 3 threes. Two of them were 30-plus foot shots from three. She went for like a 40-foot three at one point and missed off the front rim, but they did score a putback off of that. For Indiana, they had 7 turnovers in the opening quarter. They trailed 19-3 with 11 seconds left to go in the first. Shot just 2 for 12 in the opening quarter, and just going to take control of the basketball and take advantage of the opportunities. And they only shot the ball 29% from three. The key for them is they doubled up the Mercury from the perimeter. Phoenix made just 5 threes the entire game, whereas Indiana went 10 for 34. Didn't shoot the ball well at 29%, but Phoenix really struggled, 5 for 25. Yeah, it's going to be a project with Chris Sanak, but I like the pick there. High upside player for a big man that they got. Really physical guy, can stack up on offensive rebounds. He's got a high motor, so he's going to do a lot of like grind it out, gritty, dirty type of work down low. I like that type of player. It's going to be quite a process for him, so I expect him to play a lot in the G League for next year. He's only 19 years old, but the Celtics have like the best developmental system out there, and if he can polish up his work offensively, because he's a really good defender at 19 years old, playing in a defensive system where they thrive upon offensive rebounds, second chance points with Houston. Just tough dudes that he plays in that system. That team is tough as nails, physical, so he's got all those defensive traits with him. He just needs to get caught up to speed offensively for him. So I think he's probably going to spend a lot of time playing in Maine next year so he can get polished to start to become a better scorer for him. I was watching a little bit of film from him, though. He's got like a deep to mid-range shot that he was able to knock down shot. So that's huge. So not only was he able to score at like the dunker spot, alley-oops, putbacks, but also has a kind of like a mid-range game to him with that potential. Yeah, not really much in terms of scoring, like very limited from 3-point range, but there's a lot to be admired there. And yeah, they got a guy who they're going to be able to work with in the future to be able to progress. But the physical toll is certainly there for him, and just 19 years old. So yeah, I think a good pick. It addresses the need as well, because their obvious need is front court, that they need a lot more reinforcements at the 5 spot. Yeah, and then the last time they signed out, Giannis still hadn't been traded. So my take on that, as well as we await for the tip off in a couple moments here, I'm glad that the Celtics didn't get Giannis. I think it's like it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Jaylen Brown. But Milwaukee demanded Jaylen Brown, draft picks, and then Milwaukee wanted Baylor Shireman, Ugo Gonzalez, Jordan Walsh. That's way too much. That's losing your depth of your team. So Brad Stevens said no, and then that forced the Bucks to go with Miami's offer, which Miami gave up a large chunk of their team plus draft picks, and they don't really have a future for the Heat. So they are banking on a championship with Giannis, which Norman Powell's a free agent, which right now Norman Powell is the best shooter on the team. If he leaves in free agency, that Heat team is going to be screwed because they have Giannis, Bam Adebayo, but they don't have shooters. And they were like one of the worst jump shooting teams last year and one of the worst perimeter shooting teams, and they gave up Tyler Hero, the best perimeter shooter. So it's going to be all interior, but you're going to need shooting to complement Giannis and Bam Adebayo because both of those guys love to play in the paints. Here's what the starters are tonight. Phoenix Mercury, Noemi Brochan, DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, Kalia Copper, Lexi Held. Starting lineup for the Indiana Fever, Lexi Hull, Monique Billings, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Caitlin Clark. White jerseys tonight. This time around for the Indiana Fever, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters, with a yellow outline on the uniforms. This game again taking place at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And Indiana, they have been rolling 10-7 overall. They're 5-2 in their previous 7 games. Only 2 losses came against the Atlanta Dream, which is a half game behind first and second place in the WNBA standings. Really struggling for the Phoenix Mercury, just 1-6 in their previous 7 games. Only win came on Saturday, winning that 7-game span against Seattle, which is in the tie for last with Connecticut at 3-15. Purple jerseys tonight, white numbers for the white numbers in the front of the jersey, orange letters for the Phoenix Mercury tonight's Kalia Copper, leading scorer, averaging 19 points per game. Caitlin Clark, number 3 in the league, averaging 21.3 points per game. And Indiana favorited, 8.5-point favorites in the line. Another take advantage go-to opportunity tonight for the Fever to see if they can pick up win number 11 as we are underway, and the Fever control the opening tip. Right to left in the floor for Indiana. Caitlin Clark into the hands to Kelsey Mitchell on top with Boston. Boston towards her right, Billings. Sends it off to Mitchell. Slides it off to Clark. Hand off and got deflected, intercepted. A steal here by Copper for the Mercury. Opening possession for Phoenix going left to right in the floor. Kalia Copper at the wing, flings across court. Brochan fires it down low at Thomas. Puts up the shot. No good off the glass. Rebound secured by Billings. Second possession of the night now for the Fever. Top of the key with Caitlin Clark. Towards her left off the double team. Slides it on top. Boston up fake. Kick out. Wing. A 3. And Mitchell right down the middle. Buries it. Kelsey Mitchell on the board. An absolute bucket getter for the Fever with a 3-set lead. Possession number 2 now for the Mercury. Thomas on top finds Bonner. They got 3 players who started at least 7 games, all listed out tonight as Kalia Copper goes up and draws the shooting foul, and 2 free throws coming up at the line by Copper. So they got some severe pieces they're missing tonight in this game. 3 players who have started between 7 to 18 games, all listed out between Jovana Nagic, Monika Koa-Makani, and Natasha Mack, all averaging between 9 and 10 points per game. For the Mercury, they have 5 players listed out total. I'm kind of shocked that the Fever weren't favored by like 10.5 on the spread at least. It's at 8.5 tonight that they're the favorites. First free throw goes down by Phoenix by Copper. Second shot rattles in. Fever pass midcourt. Mitchell attacking the paint down low. No good. Missed the layup. A rebound. Goes to the Mercury with Bonner. DeWanna Bonner, deep range 3, and results in an air ball out of bounds. That is not the shot you want to take right there. Early in the shot clock by a player who doesn't shoot threes too often. Oh, nice find down low. Up and it off the glasses. Score by Mitchell off the assist by Boston. Beautiful cut right there by Kelsey Mitchell. Backdoor, Leah Boston. The top of the free throw circle. Found her right to the hole. Thomas receives the pocket pass down low from Helt. Shovel pass. Bonner at the low block. Take it on Monique Billings. 1-on-1. Bonner. Suffocating defense by the Fever. Back into the hands of Bonner. Bonner has to launch, and she gives it off to Thomas, who was one in the timer. Takes the jumper and nails it. Smart decision that time with that pass. Made with 2 in the shot clock, resulting in the bucket for Alyssa Thomas. Handoff, Clark, straightaway three, no good. Around the rim and out, got fouled. And Caitlin Clark will have 3 free throws coming up at the line for the Fever. Just so quick coming off the screen by Caitlin Clark. They're showing the replay, the Boston assist over to Kelsey Mitchell backdoor. And Kelsey Mitchell responsible for all 5 points so far till that made free throw. Caitlin Clark on the board. Second shot's good by Clark. Third free throw. All 3 go down by Caitlin Clark. 4-point cushion for the Fever. Already scoring more points than what they had in the entire first quarter in the win on Monday. Got outscored 19-6 on Monday night in the opening quarter off the Eurostep, attacking the paint right to the rim. Kalia Copper scores the layup. Clark, bounce pass looking for Billings, rolling down, deflected, got it back, swings it inside. Lexi Hull circles back out on top. Boston finds Clark at the wing. Clark, switch defended at the top of the key by Copper. 1-on-1. Clark drives on Copper inside to the rim. No good, missed the layup, tipped around, and the rebound secured by Brochan for the Mercury. Up the floor, pushing tempo. They got numbers 3-on-2, and the Mercury bury the 3. That is made by Noemi Brochan to take the lead 9-8. 3 minutes into action so far. Kelsey Mitchell. Lob down low off the entry pass. Boston up and it off the backboard. Scores the 2. Just getting started tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Brochan swings it down low underneath. Thomas backdoor scores the layup. Back and forth we go. 21 combined points between these two teams. Caitlin Clark takes the 3 and makes the 3 from downtown. Bang, a bang for Caitlin Clark. 6 points now for Clark. Almost half of the points coming through her in the opening quarter. First made field goal of the night. At the wing, Lexi held. Deep range. Buries the 3 for the Mercury. What's good, Joe in the street? Welcome back in, man. Caitlin Clark, pass midcourt, burst the speed, attacks the paint, right to the rim, scores the layup. Man, Caitlin Clark looking to make so easy right now on the floor. As we are 4 minutes into action today, Alyssa Thomas off a double team, bounce pass outside the hell behind the back pass, sends it off to Bonner. Tawana Bonner takes on one defender inside the low post, no good, missed off the glass. Great defense by Lexi Hall, forcing the miss, and the rebound went to Boston. Mitchell up the floor, step back 3, Kelsey Mitchell buries the triple. They are a 3-point machine to begin this game tonight. Number 1 offense in the WNBA, the Indiana Fever cooking perfect 3 for 3 from the perimeter. Kelsey Mitchell burying 2 threes so far tonight. Lexi held a fall-away shot, no good off the rim. A rebound goes to Boston. Caitlin Clark past the timeline, takes on held 1-on-1 at the left wing. Step back 3 by Clark. Nothing on that delivers. It is a 3-point fest right now for the Fever. Timeout on the floor taken by the Mercury. 21-14 Indiana, as they had just 6 points in the entire opening quarter on Monday against the same team on the same floor. And what a start. Jump it out right out of the gate to begin this game tonight. Caitlin Clark on fire right now to begin already. Making the push. Yeah, she's got double digits. Yeah, she has drilled 3 threes from the floor for Caitlin Clark, already up to 11. What a start. If you guys are doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight. Fever or Mercury. How about this? We got, yeah, make sure to vote in the poll. Every single person who's voted so far going for Indiana as well. 100% going for the Fever today. I'm kind of shocked the Fever were a 10.5-point favorite on the line. They were only an 8.5-point favorite tonight for them. I think they win this game by double digits tonight. Phoenix has 5 players listed out. That includes the number 3, 4, and 5 scorers who All started between 7 to 18 games this season. Yeah, Mr. Tops he came around like 11 years ago. So he was shipped over, it was called the Arizona Tortoise Company. So he was shipped on FedEx. So we got him through an online purchase to a tortoise company. He came from Arizona. Wow, 9-hour drive. Yeah, I saw you were out in Mississippi. Hopefully you enjoyed your trip out there. 3:30 in the morning. Wow. Wow, they have places open at 3:30 in the morning. Wow. Yeah, we had Chinese food on that was on that was on Juneteenth, I believe, on the Friday because I was off that day. Or maybe it was a Saturday. Either way, the Chinese place that we go to up in New Hampshire, it closes at 7 at night. Like a lot of the places up in New Hampshire, the Dollar General, they all close at 7 o'clock. Like the places are open from like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. in New Hampshire, and a lot of stuff is closed on Sundays. So if you're trying to get something like late at night, um, if you travel like up to New Hampshire and you're like foreign to that, like if you're somebody that runs out to the store at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, thinking that you can get something up in New Hampshire at your local grocery store or like any big chain retailer outside of Walmart's, then good luck with that because a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants close at 7 p.m. up there. 21-14 as we get back to action, almost midway into this opening quarter. What a start right now for the Indiana Fever as the Mercury have possession left to right on the court for Indiana. Or left to right for Phoenix is no good on the three. Rattled out, missed by Copper. Rebound went over to the Fever with Monique Billings, Caitlin Clark at the left wing, taking on Lexi Felt. Switch guarded late, no good. Missed the three, left it short. Broshawn controls the defensive rebound, running the floor. Copper attacking a rim, scores the layup. A lot of points to this one so far tonight. Kalia Copper with 6 out of the 16 to begin for the Mercury. Leah Boston towards her left on the outside. Boston dribbles up, backs her way to the mid-block. Boston swings it outside. Air pass intercepted. Jumping the route up the floor. Dewana Bonner for Phoenix. Into the hands to Alyssa Thomas. Entered this week as the #1 player in assists per game, slightly ahead of Caitlin Clark at #2 in the WNBA. Pull-up jumper is made by Noemi Broshawn. So it cuts the deficit down to 3 now, and both of these teams showing up, shooting their shots, and really efficient start. 7 for 10 by Indiana, 7 for 12 for Phoenix. A couple turnovers for Indiana. Mitchell, rainbow three, skipped around the rim and out. Offensive rebound, put back is there for 2 by Monique Billings. 5-point advantage right now for the Fever. Alyssa Thomas, bumped into by Clark. Offensive foul. Caitlin Clark takes the charge, and it's a turnover on the Mercury. Yeah, Caitlin Clark making up for the previous game. She had 5 fouls, a lot of bad calls going against her in the last game. Right there, just completely elbowed, chest level by Alyssa Thomas, and Clark takes one for the team as she takes the charge. It's going back to the Fever. Yeah, I'm hoping to go to Patriots camp next month. Kelsey Mitchell. Dribbles up now inside the key. Mitchell lost it. Turnover. Stolen by Broshawn. Up the floor finds Thomas. Thomas attacks the paint as Clark tried to gamble. Thomas blew past her. Scored a 2. Cuts the deficit down to 3. Got a lot of points here off this opening quarter. 43 combined points compared to the previous game where they had just 22 in the first quarter. We're just getting started tonight. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What a start tonight for Caitlin Clark. 11 points in 7 minutes to begin tonight. Clark at the elbow. Slides it off on the outside. Handoff back to Clark from Raven Johnson. Down low. Monique Billings. Backdoor layup. Scores the deuce. Wow. Beautiful teamwork right together there. Caitlin Clark. Nice find off the Billings. First assist of the night for Clark. Entry pass lob down low. Copper lost it. Turnover. Out of bounds, and she is frustrated right now with Clea Copper. Beg my pardon. Referees are going to reverse this call. Wow, they're going to grant Phoenix back with a basketball. So, yeah, it looked like at first that it was going to be turnover. Indiana hitting the deck. Thomas bounce past Brochon. Stays alive in the corner. Jumper. Turnaround. Late in the shot clock. No good off the mark. Raven Johnson secures the defensive rebound. Clark bounce pass. Oh, nice find. Cutting right through the defense. Kelsey Mitchell scores the layup. 7-point lead for the Fever. What a pass right there off an absolute dime by Caitlin Clark. No good off the glass. Misfire by Brochon. Offensive rebound, though, went back to the Mercury. Powering her way down low. Number 77, Marta Suarez, a rookie. Able to score to 2. Lexi Hall up the floor. Tried to keep it alive. Stepped to the bounce of the baseline. Turnover by Indiana. Yeah, Keita Wagler. Getting inside the top 5, and Cameron Boozer went third. Yeah, really good draft, I feel like. Like, everybody looks like hit their picks for the most part. We'll see what happens when actual play starts up, but based on teams trying to take far-fetched picks, it wasn't there this season. Jumper, good. Or, jumper, no good off the mark, though. Fouled. Going up into the jump shot was Clea Copper, so she will shoot 2 at the free throw line here. Minute 49 left to go in the opening quarter. First shot's good by Copper. What a start tonight for both of these offenses. High, rapid pace. 10 for 14 shooting by Indiana. They are 4 for 6 from the perimeter. Mercury, 9 for 16, 56% shooting, 2 for 4 from the outside to begin. Both teams nailing their free throws at 100% perfect, 3 for 3. Second free throw coming up by Copper. And this free throw is good. Cuts it down to a 1-possession game once again. Fever with possession. Caitlin Clark's played this entire opening quarter. Raven Johnson slides it on top into the hands to Maisha Hines-Allen, and away from the play, we have a foul charge to the Mercury. Inbound goes to Johnson. Slides it on top to Clark. Caitlin Clark, 101, takes on Lexi Held, free throw circle. Outside as Sophie Cunningham, pull-up jumper from deep is nailed. First made shot of the night on her first attempt by Sophie Cunningham coming off the bench. And a turnover charge to the Mercury. Outlet pass ahead, finding Clark behind the defense, scoring the 2. 8-point lead right now for Indiana. Everything cooking. Caitlin Clark with 13 points and 3 total assists to begin the opening quarter. Wide open 3 straight away. It is made by Valeron Ayahi for the Mercury. 5 for 7 from 3-point range for Indiana. They have found their shot right out of the get-go. Pass midcourt, Caitlin Clark into the hands to number 25. When Monique Billings slides it down low, Raven Johnson bouncing bodies, no good off the glass. Offensive rebound, put back, scores, and the foul. And one coming up on the free throw line. Or that is number 2, actually. Maisha Hines-Allen, strong move down low. Missed the first one off the glass by Hines-Allen. Score it. She gutted off the second one off the putback right over Ayayi with a bucket. It's a good motor out of Maisha Hines-Allen to up the score to a 7-point lead. Free throw is good. Lexi Feld inside to keep for Phoenix. Outside off to Shaw Carter. Carter no good off the glass, too strong. Rebound went to Raven Johnson, the rookie of the South Carolina for the Fever. Kelsey Mitchell with possession. For under 20 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Mitchell, edge of the mid-court logo. Into the hands to Cunningham. Cunningham on the outside. 4-second differential. Shot clock and game clock to close out at the end of the opening quarter. Hines-Allen, her pass broken up out of bounds as players get tangled up and Hud's a contact here. I believe it's going to be an offensive foul charged to Maisha Hines-Allen. Yeah, she runs over. Shot Carter. Inside the key. A turnover on the Fever. That's now 5 turnovers off this opening quarter by Indiana. Final seconds left to go. Step through. Ayayi at the buzzer. Got it to go. Good for 2. Oh, what a step through right there by Valorant Ayayi for the Phoenix Mercury. Able to cut the deficit down to 6 at the end of the opening quarter. What a start. Hopefully you took the over for total first quarter points as the points were at a premium. Pop it off the scoreboard. 35-29 at the end of one. Wow, what a start to this game. Caitlin Clark, double digits again. To one quarter, just too good. 13 points in 9 minutes, a +8 on the floor for Caitlin Clark. 3 assists. Kelsey Mitchell, double figures. She's got 10. 4 points by Monique Billings. 3 each by Cunningham and Hines-Allen. 2 points made with 2 rebounds, 2 assists by Aaliyah Boston. Phoenix Mercury, led by Kalia Copper. 8 points for her. And then 6 points by Alyssa Thomas. Now Nohemi Brochon, Valoran Ayahi, each with 5. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Everybody taking the Fever tonight. Make sure to vote in that poll as well. Who you guys like to win, Fever or Mercury? Is everybody who has voted going for the Indiana Fever. Right now, Indiana proving it on the floor. A really solid clip. Top offense in the WNBA. They're shooting 13 for 18 through one quarter, 72%. Just finding their stroke, finding their rhythm from the perimeter. 5 for 7 as a team at 71% from 3. And they needed to emphasize a strong start for them because the last game they weren't hitting anything in the first quarter. They were down 19-3. They trailed by 16 in the first quarter. Nevertheless, they came back and they won. And won by 9. They were up throughout the majority of the second half, though, by double digits for them. So it was a 16-point deficit that they flipped into a 25-point swing, won by 9 in the last game. And the line stayed the same tonight for Indiana when Phoenix had a starter who started in the last game listed out tonight, and their number 3, 4, 5 scores all listed out. They had 5 players listed out tonight for Phoenix, and it was Natasha Mack who started the previous game for the Phoenix Mercury. She's not playing tonight out due to injury. All right, so we're going to begin the second quarter of action in just a moment. If you guys enjoy the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Caitlin Clark, big time start, 13 points, 3 assists in their first 9 minutes on the floor. Right now, Clark will begin the second quarter on the bench. So the Mercury have possession going left to right in the floor. 5 in the court look like this for the Fever with Kelsey Mitchell, Maisha Hines-Allen. That's going to be a shot clock violation charging the Mercury. Also, Sophie Cunningham is on the floor alongside Aaliyah Boston and Raven Johnson. Great defensive stop off that opening possession to begin quarter two. Fever with possession going right to left on the floor. Pass midcourt with Raven Johnson. Johnson at the wing. Top of the key, Hines-Allen slides it off to Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell working 1-on-1, taking on Bonner. Entry pass, Love finds Boston backs her way. Turnaround shot, low block, no good off the mark. Missed putback as Hines-Allen tried to score it, but missed off the glass too strong as the Mercury have possession. Alexi Feld lows down tempo into the hands to Ayayi. He scored a step through bucket at the buzzer to close out quarter number one. Now takes a corner three, missed off the mark. Hines-Allen with a box out secures the defensive rebound. Mitchell up the floor, double digits for her so far. Finds Boston at the low block. Boston powers her way down low, scores the two. Right over Joanna Bonner to the cup for Aaliyah Boston. Everybody chipping in their weight tonight. Aaliyah Boston up to 4. As Kelsey Mitchell picks up the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up on the free throw line for Kalia Copper for the Mercury. Man, Aaliyah Boston getting herself right on a mismatch, backing her way down on Joanna Bonner. Boston, an inch taller, 6'5", playing much taller than Joanna Bonner, just backing her down inside the low post there. First free throw good by Copper. Kalia Copper, basically the team for the Phoenix Mercury. Copper tonight, responsible for 9 points at the moment. After that, Alyssa Thomas with 6. Noemi Brochon, Valoran, Ayayi each with 5. Second free throw is good. 6-point game, Fever pass midcourt. Kelsey Mitchell into the hands to Boston, back out to Mitchell at the wing. Towards her left off the dribble, finds Cunningham, pulls up for the edge of the Gamebridge Fieldhouse logo, missed the 3. And the rebound secured by Bonner. Alyssa Thomas brings it up the floor for the Mercury. Thomas, hand off to Copper. Copper takes the 3 over. Mitchell connects on it. Kalia Copper, double figures for her tonight. Lets it rain for the perimeter. 3-point game, 13 points tonight by Copper. As we're under 8 minutes left to play before halftime. Entry pass down low. Boston clobber. Boston fouled. And that's on Bonner, who picks up the personal foul. That's been a matchup nightmare recently in this quarter. Joanna Bonner struggling to defend Aaliyah Boston. Couple times now down inside the low post. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Going to be covering a lot more Caitlin Clark WNBA games throughout the course of the season, so feel free to keep on coming back, being a part here on the channel. Hit us up who you guys are rooting for. Type it in out in the stream. Fever or Mercury. Let us know where you guys are watching from as well out in the stream. Free throws go down at the line for Boston. 5-point advantage for Indiana. Phoenix Mercury at the wing, Alyssa Thomas. And away from the play, we get a foul. Caitlin Clark just checked back in to the game. Inbound goes to Ayayi. Finds Lexi Held. On top with Thomas. Alyssa Thomas and dribbles up, backs her way inside the key. Thomas floats up the shot, banks it as she makes it. Cutting the deficit down to 3. 7.5 left to go before halftime. Boston dribbles up. Runner inside the key. No good off the mark. Deflected out of bounds and off the hands of Copper. So this will stay Fever basketball. 3-point lead for Indiana. Inbound goes off to Clark. Caitlin Clark towards her right, fires it down low, finding her teammates. Up and then off the glass. It is good by Myisha Hines-Allen. 5-point advantage for the Fever. Phoenix, baseline dribble with Ayayi. Finds Bonner. Bonner inside the key, and nice mover. Swooped right around. Myisha Hines-Allen to the cup off the Euro. Scored a layup. Cutting the deficit down to 3. Clark working on Feld. Gets the way to the wing as Clark went down. Clark stuck inside the key, looking for the foul call. Couldn't get it. Not back on the defensive side of the floors. They've got numbers here for the Mercury, 5 and 4, and great job by Indiana to get the kicked ball violation. Yeah, Caitlin Clark could absolutely clobber there. They're showing the assist by Clark up to 4 assists. Oh, yeah, she got kicked by Alyssa Thomas. Trying to come away with that loose ball in the area you do not want to get kicked in. Cunningham couldn't control the rebound. The wrong pass to the wrong player, though. Mitchell came away with it. Burst the speed up the floor. Finds Cunningham on top. Clark pulls up. 30-footer straight away. Oh, she got fouled. That's going to warrant a review as well. That's a dirty play by Phoenix. Landing in the landing zone to Caitlin Clark. Yeah, that should be a flagrant one by Valeriana Yayi, and this is being looked at right now by the officials. Caitlin Clark followed on a 3-point shot as Yayi came down to the landing space of Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin Clark immediately signaled to challenge this. And they are going right to the monitor to see if this will be a flagrant one. And it should. Charge to Yayi. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on the media with the chatter. I've completely just tried to turn off social media with all the stuff going on because it's all constant rumors about Jaylen Brown trade rumors all over the place. Like if he wasn't streaming on Twitch and had those comments about this season being his favorite season, there would be no trade rumors right now. It's unfortunate that he's getting brought up in trade rumors like that because that's what helps him out. And I don't mind if he's going on Twitch all the time for Jaylen Brown because he uses that as therapy for him. So that's his hobby for Jaylen Brown. All of us have hobbies, and I mean, you should mind your own business when it comes down to hobbies and just focus on you. And that's what Jaylen Brown's doing. He is focusing on himself. He goes on Twitch. It's therapy for him. And we're going to see it a lot more coming in the future to NBA, future professional sports organizations, NFL, MLB, for the future of sports players going on Twitch, talking about the game, breaking down film after the end of games. Might not be in the 2020s, but yeah, we're going to see a whole lot more of that of professional athletes, 2030s, 2040s, 2050s, I bet you, going on whatever platform it is, breaking down the game, talking and hanging out with their teammates and stuff like that, and commenting about how they feel about some certain situations. And I mean, those are his comments and stuff like that. And I don't mind it for Jaylen Brown, because the media is blowing it up out of proportion for the media. It's constant nonsense with what the media is talking about. All these big networks every single day about trade Jaylen Brown. They really want to break up the duo of the Jays. With all the nonsense that's going on with the media. Caitlin Clark buried the free throws, and Phoenix just made a three that was made by DeWanna Bonner, her first made three tonight. Top of the key, Kelsey Mitchell lost the handle, got it back as we're under 6 minutes left to go before halftime. Caitlin Clark, spin circle, free throw circle, jumper, step back. Clark left off the rim short, rebound goes to Thomas. Phoenix down by 3 with possession. Alyssa Thomas, entry pass lob behind the defense. Yai held up and fouled. That's on Caitlin Clark. That's going to be her second personal foul of the night. And we will have a timeout taken on the floor. First timeout of the night charge to Indiana comes with 5:37 left to go before halftime. All right, so if you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the WNBA content here, the off season, trying to see what works out here for the channel in the off season, trying some different stuff, trying to see what works out here in terms of viewership and stuff like that. But yeah, hit us up in the chat if you guys are like big Indiana Fever fans, where you guys are watching from. Okay, 5:37 left to go before halftime. Rough season right now for the Phoenix Mercury, just 5-13 overall. They're 1-6 in their previous 7 games. Indiana rolling 5-2 in their last 7. Only 2 losses came against the Atlanta Dream, which is a half game behind first. We get back to action. Phoenix with a possession. Alyssa Thomas backs her way on Boston. Sends it back outside on top with Bonner. DeWanna Bonner one-on-one, taking on Monique Billings at the top of the free throw circle. Spacing all out of source this possession. Had to jack up a desperation 3. Missed it wide out of bounds. Both teams shooting the ball red hot tonight. 57% for Indiana, 55% for Phoenix. Caitlin Clark, crossover at the wing, dribbles up, a jumper for Brochan, 15-footer, skipped around the rim and out. Rebound went to Brochan. Mercury with possession. Thomas at the elbow, floats it on top. Brochan back into the hands of Thomas, handoff Brochan. Lobs it to the low block inside, putting up the shot. Gutted a drop in the day and one. Coming up with a free throw line by Joanna Bonner. 1 point away from tying this game up for Phoenix. One free throw for the tie, and it's good. 44-44. What's good, Janet, on the stream? Thanks for joining in from Kentucky. Kelsey Mitchell bursts the speed up to the baseline. Mitchell, deep 2J. No good off the rim. Short, long rebound secured by Thomas for Phoenix. Racing up the floor for Alyssa Thomas as she is able to score the layup. Mercury on top now, 46-44 to Fever. We'll burn a timeout. Phoenix Mercury all of a sudden signs of life to take the lead in this game, and really good timeout right there by Stephanie White to get her team right back in order. Yeah, their defense needs to be much better, just struggling to get back and playing transition defense. And all of a sudden, Phoenix has outscored Indiana 17-9 in the second quarter. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys on board, being a part here tonight in the channel. Hoping to cover some more Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever streams throughout the course of this season, since we're in the WNBA off season right now. Yeah, Phoenix Mercury shooting the cover off the ball in the second quarter. They are 59% total in the game. Just getting to the rim. 9-2 off the fast break for Phoenix. And points off turnovers is 8-3. Those are two big keys tonight in this game. Plus, both teams are perfect at the free throw line. Fever 9 for 9, 7 for 7 by the Mercury. Indiana started off this game red hot in the opening quarter. They put up 35 points in the first quarter, and they were clicking on all cylinders. Caitlin Clark tonight, 16 points currently. Kelsey Mitchell with 10. After that, Boston has 6. On the other side, Clea Copper, 13. Alyssa Thomas with 10. Hey, what's good? Oreo Cake on the stream. Welcome in. But to see that this is a close and competitive game right now. I honestly thought Indiana was going to win this game by double digits. We'll see if that is going to happen tonight. And Caitlin Clark with those 2 personal fouls right now. Kicked ball violation, charged to Phoenix. It's going to result in a side and inbound here for the Fever. Caitlin Clark. Inbound on top goes to Boston. Aaliyah Boston slides it off to Mitchell. Into the hands to Clark. Lob down low. Boston off the pivot. Boston scores. Good for 2. Another assist by Caitlin Clark, and she is up to now 5 assists tonight. Alyssa Thomas at the top of the key, taking on Boston. Slides it off to Ayahi. Ayahi takes the 3 off the back rim, no good. Tipped up, offensive rebound goes to Copper. Copper inside the paint. Copper drew the foul. Wow, Duana Bonner been playing since the 2000s. They got her her graphic up here. 17th year in the WNBA for Duana Bonner. First free throw is good for Kalia Copper. Second free throw is good. Kalia Copper, absolute bucket. She is leading the team for the Mercury tonight with 15. Caitlin Clark, game leader, 16. Kelsey Mitchell has it at the top of the key. She's the second player in double figures for the Fever with 10. Into the hands to Boston. Boston backs her way inside the key. Lob down low. Billings outside finds Cunningham. Cross court 3 to Tiber over shots. Mitchell, and it sailed out of bounds. Wow. Sophie Cunningham thought it was clearly deflected out of bounds off Phoenix, but the officials rolled it off Cunningham last. So that's now 6 turnovers by the Fever tonight. And the Mercury lead points off turnovers 8-3. A corner 3 is buried. They make it 11-3 points off turnovers. Duana Bonner drills the triple from the corner. Phoenix going on a run. 11 points all this quarter in the game scored by Bonner. That's a good push pass to the corner there by Alyssa Thomas. Thirteen to 2 run by the Mercury. Fever get the inbound. Boston, hand off to Clark. Caitlin Clark dribbles inside the key for Clark, and she lost it. Ripped away from her hands by Duana Bonner. Up the floor, Phoenix with 3 minutes left to play before half. Bonner attacks the paint over Boston. No good. Missed the layup. Boston secures the defensive rebound. Right now, the scoring rut for the top offense in the league. The Fever. Follow-away jumper. It is good at the low block by Cunningham. It's 51, not 11. 51-48. Yeah, my mistake there. I typed in an extra one instead of a 5 as the Mercury turned it over up the floor. Boston off the off fake scores the 2. 51-50. 10 points now for Aaliyah Boston tonight. Mercury put up the shot and they got it to bounce in. That is made by Alyssa Thomas. Just easy pick and pop right there. Bounce pass backdoor cutter looking for Hull. Hull outside into the hands to Clark and a turnover. So once again, the Fever turned it over. And the Mercury turned it over right back at a bad pass around the perimeter to Kelsey Mitchell. This should be Indiana basketball. Unless it, it's poked. No, beg my pardon. Yeah, that's going to stay Phoenix ball. Kelsey Mitchell had poked it out of the hands. Yeah, that should stay Phoenix ball, and it will. Inbound goes to Phoenix. Jumper at the elbow. Off the back rim misfire by Thomas. Rebound went to Boston. Aaliyah Boston up to now 4 rebounds tonight. Bounce pass Boston kicked. It's going to lead to the kicked ball violation. 10 points tonight for Boston. Into the corner. Myisha Hines-Allen swings it off to Lexi Hall, cutting to the hoop. Hall scores the layup. Man, everybody getting involved right now for Indiana. That's a great sign to see. Lexi Hall, 4 points in 8 minutes tonight. Broken up out of bounds will stay Phoenix possession. Inbound goes to Thomas. Swings it off to Broshawn. Broshawn, bad pass, stolen inside the key by Boston. Up the floor, Raven Johnson. On top with a Leah Boston. Boston towards her right on the outside. Finds Hines-Allen. Mitchell creates space. Jumper for the lead. And she drills it. Kelsey Mitchell lets it rain for the perimeter. 13 points tonight by Mitchell. Right behind Clark is the number 2 scorer on the team. And a steal. Myisha Hines-Allen out of the pack here. Got numbers 2-on-1 up the floor for the Fever. Back to Hines-Allen. Blew the layup. That is one that she needed desperately and just couldn't finish it. For a wide open missed layup by Myisha Hines-Allen off the fast break. And another turnover by the Phoenix Mercury. Backing their way inside the low post. It's charged to Marta Suarez. 1 second differential. Shot clock and game clock to close out at the ends of the first half of action. Kelsey Mitchell. Bringing the game clock down. Final seconds left to go. Takes the 3 over Suarez. Missed off the rim short. Broke it up and goes back to the Mercury. A half-court shot at the buzzer. Skidded off the rim and out. And at the end of the first half, a close and competitive game tonight. 55-53. Indiana. A 2-point lead going into halftime. Phoenix. A much better second quarter for the Mercury. Outscored the Fever 24-20 in the second quarter to put their team winning 2 entering half. What a start in this game so far. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We are going into halftime. Caitlin Clark set the tone early on for her. 2 made threes in the opening quarter. 16 in the first half. 7 total assists by Clark tonight. Kelsey Mitchell right behind with 13 points. 10 by Aaliyah Boston. And then off the bench, Myisha Hines-Allen. She's got 5. Cunningham with 3. Lexi Hall, plus 12 on the floor. She's got 4. Plus 2 steals tonight by Hall in 9 minutes. 3 players double figures for the Phoenix Mercury. 15 by Kalia Copper. Perfect 8 for 8 at the free throw line. Helping out their team in a big way in this game. Alyssa Thomas, 12 points, 4 assists. 3 rebounds, a steal. DeWanna Bonner at the half, 11 points for her. All 11 points scored in that second quarter. Yeah, Indiana Fever needs to take care of the basketball. They're actually shooting better than the Mercury at the half. 57% by Indiana, 20 for 35. Mercury is shooting 19 for 35, right behind at 54%. Both teams 9 for 9 at the free throw line, 3-point range, 6 for 11 by the Fever, 6 for 13 by the Mercury. Both teams shooting rapid fire, 55% Indiana, 46% by the Mercury. But when you look at what this game's been decided by so far tonight, look towards the turnover column. 8 turnovers, both sides, but Indiana surrendering 11 points to the Mercury off turnovers. Mercury surrendering 8, and then points off fast break 9-4. Now, Indiana's had some difficulty getting back and playing transition defense tonight. It feels like they should be down in the paint, but it's actually the Fever that lead points in the paint tonight, 26-20. This has been just a really even game, especially that second quarter. How the Mercury was able to flip the switch and get their team winning 2 going into half. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for being a part here on the stream tonight. Hey, what's good? Mainish in the stream. Welcome in. Yeah, it was a really good first half. Um, really close competitive. Caitlin Clark does have 2 personal faults right now at halftime. Last game, things were really chippy in the first half. Nobody in deep foul trouble tonight so far. 2 personal fouls by Alyssa Thomas and Clea Copper. Valeron Ayahi has 2 for the Mercury. Caitlin Clark, the only player with 2 for the Fever. Let's go through the scoreboard right now since we're at halftime. WNBA scoreboard. Minnesota Lynx, Washington Mystics tied up at 40 going into halftime. Minnesota Lynx, top team in the WNBA at 13-4. Chicago Sky up against the Portland Fire, 30-26 in the early stage of the second quarter. And Atlanta Dream tonight, they play against the Golden State Valkyries. That should be a great game. 12-4 for the Dream. Golden State's 10-7. Yeah, Indiana in the tie for 6th place alongside Golden State in the WNBA standings. And it's been a struggle for Phoenix. Phoenix all the way back at the bottom of the standings, 12th out of 15 teams. Let's see what we got here. NBA draft round 2. Bruce Thornton, a 4-year player for Ohio State. I believe he was the record holder for most games played in program history at Ohio State. He is going to the Houston Rockets, picked at number 31, the first pick of the second round of today's draft. Richie Saunders, a bucket getter at BYU, picked at number 32 in the draft. He is going to from Indiana to Milwaukee. So I believe he's going to go to he's going to Milwaukee there, I believe. And or no, beg my pardon. He's going to the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay. So he's going to the Memphis Grizzlies. It was from Indiana via a Milwaukee swap, and it's a Memphis pick, it looks like. So Memphis Grizzlies picked Richie Saunders. Brooklyn Nets took Isaiah Evans, guard from Duke. I gotta make sure these are correct. It's saying traded to Minnesota on Evans's pick. Yep, he's going to Minnesota. So Isaiah Evans is going to Minnesota. Okay, so Bruce Thornton, originally that was supposed to be the Knicks pick at 31, traded to Houston. So Bruce Thornton from Ohio State going to be playing for the Houston Rockets. Confusing with all the trades that go down. I just want to make sure Richie Saunders with his spot is correct. He's heading to Memphis. Yep, so that's been confirmed. Memphis Grizzlies. Richie Saunders going to the Memphis Grizzlies. Isaiah Evans, it was originally a pick by Brooklyn, traded to Minnesota, so he's going to be a T-Wolf. Malik Thomas from Arkansas. Originally, the pick was supposed to be Sacramento, got traded to Cleveland. So basically, in the back end of the draft, it's all like trades going on. Very few teams have their regular pick that they have. San Antonio goes for an Arkansas player, looks like. They just picked up Trayvon Brazil from the Hogs. That pick just got traded to Denver. Wow. Yeah, basically all trades. So Trayvon Brazil goes to the Denver Nuggets. All right, so thanks all for your patience. Right now at halftime, couple more minutes, and we'll be back in for the second half. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, they got number 40. Very soon they're going to be picking. Right now the Clippers are on their pick at number 36. Caitlin Clark tonight, 16.7 assists in the opening half of action. Really just ups for the Phoenix Mercury for making this a game. Finding themselves winning two going into halftime. Indiana led 35-29 to the first quarter of action. Both teams have been red hot from the floor today. 54% shooting by the Mercury, 57% by Indiana. Mercury will have possession first. They go right to left on the floor. Alyssa Thomas, Lexi Held, both in the backcourt as we get underway to start off the third quarter. Held with possession, crosses midcourt on the floor alongside DeWanda Bonner, Noemi Brochon, and Kalia Copper. Copper finds Brochon. Her ball gets kicked by Boston with a kicked ball violation. Inbound goes to Brochon. Brochon slides it on top, finds Thomas. Alyssa Thomas towards her right, hand off to Bonner. Bonner, deep range three, no good off the mark. Rebound went to Billings. Caitlin Clark on the floor alongside Lexi Hall, Monique Billings, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston. Clark cross court finds Mitchell. Lob down low. Boston powers her way inside, scores up and it off the backboard. Aaliyah Boston tonight, absolute beast inside the low post. She's got 12 on 5 for 8 shooting. 4-point lead for the Fever. Lexi Held on top finds Thomas. Into the hands to Copper. Towards her right off the double team as she turns the corner. Nice find underneath. Thomas leading to the open layup. Cuts the deficit back down to 2. Caitlin Clark, 16 points tonight at the right wing. Into the hands to Hall. Hall receives it from Mitchell. Dribbles up to the top of the free throw circle. Handoff Clark towards her left around the perimeter. Caitlin Clark dribbles up straight away. Now free throw circle. Skip pass. Corner. 3. Hall. That's well off target. As the basketball goes back to the Mercury. Racing up the floor with Copper. Copper attacks the paint. Copper clobbered. Copper gets fouled. 2 free throws covered up with the line by Kalia Copper. That's on Kelsey Mitchell. Picks up the personal. First free throw, good by Copper. They are perfect at the line tonight, 10 for 10 by Phoenix. Kalia Copper with 16. Second free throw by Kalia Copper. It is up, it is good. 57 even. Perfect for her at the line, 10 for 10 by Kalia Copper herself. Boston Finds Mitchell. Mitchell tees up the three. Mitchell buries the triple. Kelsey Mitchell from the corner lets it rain. 3-point lead for Indiana. 60-57. 16 by Mitchell. Lexi held. Step back jumper over Lexi. Hole and is good by Held for Phoenix. 1-point game. Caitlin Clark, lob off to Boston, the roller. Boston down low. Boston right to the rim and scores. Up and off the backboard. Aaliyah Boston going off tonight in this game. Another assist by Caitlin Clark. Boston up to 14. Caitlin Clark up to now 8 total assists. Copper, big time body move right to the cup. Goes right at Mitchell. Scores the layup. Back and forth we go. 62-61. Boston at the wing. Hands off to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, top of the key, absorbs contact. And the reach and fall gets charged to Lexi Held of the Mercury. What a game tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let's see if we can get some more people out here out in the chats. Baseline dribble, floating up the shot, drawing contact, and the foul. 2 free throws coming up with the line by Monique Billings of Indiana. First free throw is good by Billings. Second shot is made. 64-61. Phoenix Mercury with possession. Alyssa Thomas, top of the key. Thomas slides it off to Bonner at the right wing. Lob goes low block Copper. Copper, jumper to elbow, left short to rebound goes to Boston. Caitlin Clark past the timeline. Clark off the double team. Entry pass Boston inside the key. Boston has to move it back outside. Finds Clark. Blow by speed. Gets past Copper. Kick out to the corner. Back into the hands to Boston. Boston doubled finds. Boston. Boston down low off the spin. No good. Blew the layup. Rebound out of the pack by Bonner. And Bonner gets fouled in the backcourt. That's going to be Alexi Hull who picks up the personal. Lexi held. Off to Thomas, into the hands to Copper. Copper going around the screen. Offensive foul. That time pushed off Alexi Hull. Turnover. Charge to Kalia Copper for Phoenix. Leah Copper getting that offhand. Pushing off. Getting called in the personal foul. Away for the play. It's another foul charge to Phoenix here. Stops the clock with 6:23 remaining in the third. Inbound, got stolen away. Up the floor, Noemi Brochon scores the 2. It's a 1-point game, a 64-63. They'll try it again for the Fever. Aaliyah Boston at the top of the key. Words are right off the dribble, hand off Caitlin Clark. Clark shoots the 3. Oh, she drills it. Caitlin Clark, nothing but net, splashes down the triple. 4-point lead for the Fever, 19 in the game for the game leader, Caitlin Clark. Bonner attacks the paint. Bonner, double clutch, scores the layup. Big response right back for the Mercury. Caitlin Clark with possession. Bounce pass into the hands to Boston. Aaliyah Boston powers her way inside the low post. Boston, and her pass broken up out of bounds off the Mercury. Great defense there by Phoenix. They had a backdoor cutter wide open to the hole with Billings who is on her way to scoring the 2, but Phoenix able to break it up as it went out of bounds. Clark, push pass, quarter, 3, Boston, no good off the mark. Offensive rebound back to Monique Billings. Billings, edge of the key, outside off the Boston. Hand off Clark, working on, held one-on-one, dribbles up on her, towards her left, lob down low, intercepted. As she read it well, it's Bonner with a steal. Entry pass ahead. Layup is good. Tie game at 67. Lexi Held scores the 2. Timeout on the floor taken by the Fever. A bad decision right there by Caitlin Clark as Aaliyah Boston was well covered inside the low post and it led to 2 points off the steal. But the Phoenix Mercury, we got a game tonight tied up 67-67 as we head to the timeout. All right now in the timeout, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What a game tonight between these two teams. Caitlin Clark, game leader with 19 points in 20 minutes, 5 for 9 shooting, 3 for 4 from the perimeter. She has 8 assists tonight. Kelsey Mitchell with 16, Aaliyah Boston, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And on the other side, they have 3 players in double figures. Clea Copper tying Clark with 19 points. Alyssa Thomas with 14. Dewana Bonner, great game by her tonight. She has got 13. Players stepping up in a big way in this game. Washington Mystics up against the Minnesota Lynx, 53-44. Chicago Sky leading the Portland Fire at halftime, 46-39. Right now, the poll going for the Fever, 87-13. Make sure to vote in that poll if you haven't already done so tonight. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We get back to action. 5:15 left to go in the third quarter. Fever with possession tied up at 67. And a game that they will need to win in their whole floor. Mitchell right to the cup, scores the layup. 2-point lead for Indiana. Kelsey Mitchell, absolute walking bucket, as 18 tonight in a steal. Right down the middle, it's Raven Johnson who comes out with a takeaway. Johnson into the hands to Boston. Down inside the low post, Boston scores off glass for 2. Back-to-back buckets for the Indiana Fever, setting the tone right now, mid-stage of the third quarter. Alyssa Thomas Top of the key for the Mercury, lost it, and a reach-in foul charged to Boston. That will stop the clock, 4:30. Left to play in the third. Leah Boston, big game out of her tonight. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on 7 for 12 shooting. Inbound goes to Thomas. 3 out the wing, missed off the mark. Bonner off. It's a rebound. Putback's good, plus the foul. It is Valerian Ayahi who scores the 2, plus the and 1 coming up. And you got to get that right there off the box out. Sophie Cunningham just too far behind, and Hines Allen, unfortunately, not able to box her out there for the Fever, leading to the Phoenix putback bucket plus the and 1. Free throw bounces in by Ayahi. 1 point game with under 4.5 left to go. Nobody has missed a free throw tonight. Perfect. 12 for 12 by Phoenix. 11 for 11 by Indiana. Kelsey Mitchell lets it rain from downtown. Another made 3. A 20-plus burger on the board tonight on the Kelsey Mitchell. 74-70. Mitchell responsible for 21 points, 5 for 7 from the floor. Miss shot off the glass. Thomas secures the offensive rebound outside off to Bonner. Bonner, 8 on the timer, finds Thomas. Thomas dribbles up. Thomas, 3 in the shot clock. Thomas leading 4. Thomas high off glass, missed the 2. And the rebound gets secured by Johnson. Up the floor with Sophie Cunningham. She receives it from Mitchell. Cross court connects with Hines Allen. Corner 3, no good. Missed off the rim by Raven Johnson. Rebound secured by Dewana Bonner for Phoenix. 3.5 left to play. Alyssa Thomas attacks the paint. Bouncing bodies working on Hines Allen. Blocked by Hines Allen. Here goes Indiana up the floor, running the court. Mitchell attacks the paint. No good. Blew the layup. Looking for the foul. Couldn't get one. Rebound. Back to Bonner. Phoenix with possession. Ayahi dribbled up. Bumped into. Fouled. It's on Maisha Hines Allen who picks up the personal foul. 3:06 left to go in the third. What a game between these two teams tonight. If you guys are not joining on the stream, you are missing something really special tonight. So really appreciate everybody who's come here, be a part on the channel tonight. And if you guys enjoy the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Keep on being a part here for future live streams. Going to be streaming a lot more WNBA games throughout the course of the off season here. First free throw, good at the line by number 11, Valerian Ayahi out of Bordeaux, France, for the Phoenix Mercury. Second free throw is good. 74-72. We are down to 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Indiana with possession. Mitchell at the top of the key. Got 21 in this game tonight. Working on Lexi Field one-on-one. Mitchell sends it off to the corner. Hines Allen backs her way. Inside the low post. Hines Allen puts in the shot. Got to the drop. And an and 1 covered up on the free throw line by Maisha Hines Allen. 76-72. Just imposing her will inside the low post for Hines Allen. Free throw is good. Five-point advantage for the Fever. Both teams shooting to cover off the ball tonight. 55% for Phoenix, 58% for Indiana. Rolling to the hoop, count it, and the foul. And one coming up at the free throw line for Alyssa Thomas. What a game. Both teams tonight playing their hearts out right now. The free throw missed off the back rim. Rebound went to the Fever. That is the first missed free throw of the night. So now 14 for 15 as a team at the free throw lines. Phoenix, Indiana, 12 for 12. Previous to that, both teams combined for a perfect 27 for 27 at the free throw line. And Indiana heading to the free throw line here. First shot is good by Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, just one at the free throw line. So technical charge the Phoenix to get the basketball back as well for the Fever. Sophie Cunningham lobbed the Boston top of the key. Handoff Mitchell right now. Clark on the bench at the moment. Rudder Mitchell connects on it. Kelsey Mitchell, CBG, a certified bucket getter tonight in this game as she has got herself 24 on 9 for 14 shooting by Mitchell. Yahi pulls the trigger on a three. That's well off target. Offensive rebound goes back to the Phoenix Mercury, and they powered their way down low. Scored a bucket in the foul. And one coming up at the line by number 77, Marta Suarez. Big time offensive rebound, pivot, score it with the left hand. As Boston, the guilty party, picked up the shooting foul. Free throw is off target. They have now missed 2 straight free throws at the line. Fever getting called here on a violation, so it's going to call back the free throw attempt. It looks like it's on Hines Allen on a lane violation. So they'll have a second chance coming up here at the free throw line. Beg my pardon, actually. They're going to call over the back on Hines Allen. Yeah, it looked like she left too early. Getting granted 2 free throws. Yeah, he made them both. Both teams trot their way down the foul. Charge the Phoenix leading the free throws in the bonus. First shot's good by Monique Billings. (82-77) corner 3, no good, off target. Missed by Suarez. Rebound back to the Fever. It's 82-78, beg my pardon. Fever up by 4 with possession. Kelsey Mitchell at the left wing perimeter. Bounce pass on top finds Maisha Hines Allen. Handoff Mitchell. Mitchell with 24. Dump off. Down low off the roller. It is good. Up and then off the window. Scored by Hines Allen. Final minute left to play in the third as we approach the mark. Entry pass down low. Yahi. Shovel pass. Suarez got it from point blank range for the deuce. Back and forth we go. 84-80. Beaver with possession. Top of the key. Maisha Hines Allen. Hines Allen dribbles up, bursts the speed downhill to the cup, going up, blocked and fouled. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Maisha Hines Allen. Wow, that's shocking that they picked up Dylan Mitchell out of St. John's. And he's a 4-year player that averaged just 8 points per game. He didn't really improve. He actually got worse offensively from From years 2 and 3, he was a 9 points per game scorer, just under 10, and he averaged 8.3 last year. Wow, I remember that. He started off with Texas. Yeah, he was a starter on Texas, but minimal scoring wise for him his freshman season. Yeah, they thought he was going to go to the draft. He was projected going into the season. In 2022, I believe, going into that season, he was projected as a lottery pick back in the 2023 draft, and then he ends up going to college for 4 years. For him, he was the number 5 recruit coming out of high school in the class of 2022. That's shocking that they went with Dylan Mitchell. 85-82. Free throws go down by Phoenix. A push foul on the offense. That's on Sophie Cunningham, who picks up the offensive foul. Wow, Caitlin Clark is out for the remainder of this game due to a back injury. Damn. Three-point game. Shot clock turned off. Opens up the door now for Phoenix tonight with Caitlin Clark out. Bonner attacks the paint. Huge collision. And it's going to be believe it's going to be on the defense here on Maisha Hines-Allen. Bonner go up on the layup, absorbing the contact. She set her feet in time. That's the question. Wow, this is going to be a charge. And Tawana Bonner, she is heated right now. Mercury took a timeout to review this call on the floor. So Tawana Bonner just got called in the offensive foul. We are down to 4 seconds left to go, and Tawana Bonner is absolutely heated. Timeout taken with 4 seconds left to go, and the Mercury are challenging this call on the floor by the officials. Offensive foul charged at Tawana Bonner running over Maisha Hines-Allen inside the key. Francisco, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I was shocked to see Caitlin Clark got like 6th place in the fan vote. Caitlin Clark out for the rest of this game due to a back injury. So all of a sudden, opens up the door for the Phoenix Mercury tonight. Yeah, from this Dylan Mitchell guy, he doesn't score the ball much. It looks like it's like a Jordan Walsh type of player that they're going with, like a high motor, physical, big time defender, really good passer, impacts the game at the rim. So it's kind of like a Jordan Walsh type of player, just scrappy, hustler, insane athletic type of freak that they got with Dylan Mitchell. Wow. Yeah, a lot of people saying that he's a great, really, really solid defender for Dylan Mitchell. Can't shoot, but going to be a project in the offensive side of things. But it looks like kind of similar to like a Jordan Walsh type of guy, just like a tough dude that's going to impact the game largely with his defense. Yeah, he was like one of the most impressive athletes this year in college hoops. Wow. Dylan Mitchell was rated number 3 in college basketball in best defenders last year, behind a Malik Brown at Duke and Ugana Onyenso of Virginia. And then he was ahead of Ade Mara by one spot. So Phoenix is challenging this offensive ball charged to Dewana Bonner, running over Maisha Hines-Allen inside the key. And possession stay okay, so it's gonna stay the same. So challenge failed by Phoenix, and Indiana will have possession to close out the end of the third quarter. Indiana gets the inbound. Mitchell out to the corner, and the three-point shot got blocked at the buzzer. Lexi held with a denial from the corner to close out at the end of the third quarter. 10 more minutes of basketball remaining if you're just joining in. Caitlin Clark not playing remaining part of this game due to a back injury as she is out. And Indiana trying to hold on and rack up another victory. Right now, the Fever, 3 games above 500, 10-7 overall. Phoenix up 5-13. Indiana, great season on their home floor so far at 7-3. And the Phoenix Mercury struggling, just 1-6 in their previous 7 games. The only win was against the Seattle Storm by 20 on Saturday, which Seattle is in the tie for last place alongside Connecticut at 3-15 in the W. So coming up, fourth quarter matter of moments is fourth quarter here in a couple minutes. So let me get caught up on the NBA draft. What's going on so far in the second round? Bruce Thornton picked up by the Houston Rockets. Pick number 31, Richie Saunders going to the Memphis Grizzlies. Isaiah Evans will be going to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Malik Thomas from Arkansas, he's going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then his teammate from Arkansas, Trayvon Brazile, picked up right behind at number 35 in the draft. He is going to the Denver Nuggets. Baba Miller from Cincinnati, picked up by the LA Clippers at number 36. Ryan Conwell from Louisville will be playing for the OKC Thunder. Braden Smith, all-time assist leader in NCAA men's basketball. Representing the Purdue Boilermakers, picked up by the Chicago Bulls. So staying pretty close to where he had played college hoops. Picked up by Chicago at number 38. Jack Khalil out of Germany. Oh no, Braden Smith's going to Indiana. So that was the Chicago Bulls pick, traded to the Indiana Pacers. And then the other one, Ryan Conwell, is actually going to the Miami Heat. So not the Oklahoma City Thunder, get traded to Miami from OKC. Braden Smith got traded to Indiana from Chicago. So he is staying in state playing for the Pacers. Jack Khalil from Germany. That was the Rockets pick, got traded to the Knicks. And then Dylan Mitchell at number 40, picked up by the Celtics. He's from St. John's. Otega Owe from Kentucky, from a trade from Miami to OKC. I'm playing for the Thunder. Jacoby Gillespie from Tennessee, picked up by the Spurs. And then the last player picked up at number 43 in the draft was Tyler Bilodeau from UCLA, as he is going to the Brooklyn Nets. '85-'82 about to start off the fourth quarter of action. If you guys enjoy the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Left to right in the floor, Fever with a possession to begin the quarter number 4 of action. Caitlin Clark out for the remaining part of this game due to a back injury. Mitchell sets it cross court, finds Hall. Lexi Hall buries the three. Big time shot from the perimeter. Players stepping up right out for Indiana. Right to left on the floor for the Mercury. Valerian Ayahi attacks the rim. Wide open layup. Scores it. Zero defense. Off dribble drive penetration. Couldn't stop Valerie and Ayahi. She's got 14. Aaliyah Boston. Around the outside. First time on the floor for number 52. Tyasha Harris for the Fever. Harris takes the J, missed off the mark. Hall couldn't come down with a rebound, and a loose ball foul charged to Lexi Hall. Yeah, that guy's an athletic freak that they have. Dylan Mitchell, really just solid defender. He was ranked number 3 in defensive stops last season in all of college basketball for him. So I saw some stat here. Malik Brown at Duke, number 1. Ugonna Onienso of Virginia, number 2. And then in defensive net rating, Dylan Mitchell of St. John's ranked 3rd, ahead of Ade Mara on a Michigan, who is 4th. So it's kind of like a Jordan Walsh type of player, like not much to be desired offensively, but just super physical, super scrappy, just explosive, just a lockdown defensive player. Going to give you a lot of defensive tools with a high motor. Another guy with a high motor, just like that Chris Senek guy they picked up yesterday. Just two physical players with high motors attacking the paint. Talk about a high motor right there. Kalia Copper. Strong layup with the left hand. Gutted a drop. And the and one coming up at the free throw line for Kalia Copper. Oh man, she is tough. That is tough. Working on Lexi Hall with the left hand. Free throw's good. All of a sudden, 1-point game without Caitlin Clark. Out for remaining part of this game with a back injury. Copper, perfect 11 for 11 at the free throw line with 22. Chelsea Mitchell going to have to take over. Into the hands to Michaela, that is number 52, Tyasha Harris. Mitchell has it again. Slides it off to the wing. Maisha, no good off the mark. A rebound went to Bonner. We are down to under 8 minutes left to play. Ayahi working on Mitchell on the outside. Slides it cross court. Handoff. Around the perimeter back to Alyssa Thomas. Lob down low. Finds Ayahi. Working on the mismatch. Fall away over Mitchell for the lead. It bounces in. 89-88. And a timeout taken on the floor by Stephanie White. The Fever. Phoenix Mercury. Just 5-13 this season. Looking for the upset here as we get a timeout by Indiana. All right, going on the timeout. Critical part of this game. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This is where great teams are built. Right now, if you're the Indiana Fever, your superstar player not playing right now. She is out with a back injury with Caitlin Clark. Other players going to have to step up. And Clark tonight finished with 19 points, 8 assists. Kelsey Mitchell, big time tonight in this game with 24. 5 assists, 2 steals. 5 made threes by Mitchell. Aaliyah Boston, 16, 6, and 5 for points, rebounds, and assists. And then Baisha Hines-Allen with 11. Yeah, they're going to get some bench spark out of Sophie Cunningham. Just 3 points tonight in 16 minutes by her. Aaliyah Copper, just so tough. 22 points by Copper, 16 by Alyssa Thomas, with 7 assists. Duana Bonner, 13 and 7 for points and rebounds. Off the bench, Valerian Ayahi making a big difference in this game. 16 points tonight by Ayahi. Wow, what a game this has been tonight. Indiana Fever right now on the ropes. Yeah, this would go down as a bad loss if they lose this game. They're at home. I know they read out Caitlin Clark remaining part of this game, but you're taking on a team that's 5 and 13. That's just 1 and 6 in their previous 7. We come back to action. 7.5 left to go. Kelsey Mitchell going to have to do a large work of the scoring. Outside finds Boston. Boston at the wing. Into the hands to Johnson. Boston, step back 3. It is nailed. Good for the perimeter by Leah Boston. What a shot. They're going to roll the deep 2. Focus on the 3-point line. 18 points for Boston. 1 point lead for the Fever. Down to 7 minutes left to go. Lexi held, attacking to the elbow. Off to Thomas. Thomas working their way off a triple team. Find held. Extra pass. Nice pass in the corner. As they bury the 3, it will not count. Broshan a little bit too late after the shot clock expired. 24-second violation. Huge defensive stop by Indiana. They gambled off a triple team inside the key. And the shot was just a split second too late by the Mercury. Fever have possession. Top of the free throw circle. Into the hands to Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell around the outside. Shovels it out to the corner. Into the hands to Hines-Allen. Hines-Allen into the hands to Mitchell. Towards her left off the dribble. Mitchell off to Boston. Her shot got stuffed around the perimeter. Here goes Broshan right to the rim. She scores the layup. 91-90. Phoenix takes the lead right back. They'll try it again. Big time block around the perimeter there. And I don't know why Aaliyah Boston wasn't racing to track down that basketball after she got it stuffed. 6 minutes left to go. Boston cross court on the outside. Hines-Allen She's got a tank of a body. Can she use it? Instead, she pulls up for a three. A bad decision as she bricked it, and the rebound went to Bonner. Phoenix by one with possession. Mercury, slow down tempo. Alyssa Thomas at the top of the key, working on Hines Allen. Lob goes to Ayaya. Yaya off the double, finds Thomas. Pull up Jay. 15-footer. That's too easy. 3-point advantage for the Mercury. Indiana back with possession. Top of the key. Into the hands to Boston now, top of the free throw circle. Aaliyah Boston, handoff, Mitchell. Mitchell outside off to Hines Allen. Hines Allen wide open around the wing, decides not to shoot and instead receives the pocket pass. Good decision. Rolls down and scores it. Good for two. 1-point game, a 93-92. 13 points tonight by Maisha Hines Allen. Alyssa Thomas, handoff to Broshawn, back to Thomas, jumper again, she nails it. Alyssa Thomas looking like pick and roll Bam Adebayo, getting into the mid-range for an 83-point game against Washington. Thomas right now is 20. Jumper at the wing, swoosh. Kelsey Mitchell lights it up, buries it for the perimeter. Oh, what a game here, folks. 95-95, 27 by Mitchell. If you ain't tuned into this stream, you're missing out on a bunch of stuff going on right now. A swoosh. Noemi Broshawn buries the three. Timeout on the floor. 4:22 left to go in action. What a game as we get a timeout here taken. What a game tonight. Get a feel of a playoff game type going on right now. And if you guys are new on the channel, make sure to keep on smashing the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, keep on coming back for more here on the stream. Share out this stream, get as many people involved here on the channel as possible tonight. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win, Mercury or Fever. And yeah, we should be getting much more than what we got going on right now. So if you guys are watching this stream, you guys, the real legends, MVPs for tuning in, being a part here on the channel, and staying with me throughout the course of this stream, because this has been an incredible game tonight. Both of these teams shooting to cover off the basketball. Incredible game. So pat yourselves on the back for coming in, being a part here on the stream, because not too many people, unfortunately, are tuned in right now. But we got to get more. Got to get more. And hopefully that's going to be something that we're able to do here for the next couple months, is get more and make more and be more. Kalia Copper, 22 points for the Mercury, 20 by Alyssa Thomas, 13 to Juana Bonner, 12 by Noemi Broshawn. And off the bench, Valerian Ayahi, she's got 16 tonight. That is 5 players double figures for the Phoenix Mercury compared to 4 for the Indiana Fever. Kelsey Mitchell, big-time bucket getter tonight, 27. They're without Caitlin Clark, back injury, did not play in the second half. 19 points for Clark, as she finished playing 20 minutes of action tonight. Yeah, she did play like the early stage of the third for Caitlin Clark, but very limited minutes in the second half. Aaliyah Boston, 18.6 rebounds, 5 assists off the bench. Maisha Hines Allen has 13. What a game. This is one that Indiana needs to win. I know they're without their star player, Caitlin Clark, but still. Great teams, when their star leaves the game, finds ways to win. And right now, Indiana, who's been dominant on their home floor, 7-3, 10-7 overall, against Phoenix, who has struggled on the road, just 3-7 in road games, 5-13 overall. You got to figure out a way to win this game. It starts off with your defense. Yeah, that should be a 3 by Aaliyah Boston. That has been upgraded to a 3. So it's 98-96. So that shot attempt that Aaliyah Boston took before the timeout, that has now been upgraded to a 3. All right, so Indiana's going to get the basketball. They are down by 2. Get back to action. Left to right on the floor. Indiana with a possession. Kelsey Mitchell lobs it off to Boston. Boston at the top of the key into the hands of Mitchell. Mitchell dribbles up, circles her way back out to the perimeter. Mitchell sends it off to Cunningham. Push pass corner. Bad decision. Nobody there. That's out of bounds. Yeah, somebody left their spot in the corner and just not on the same page. I believe it was Raven Johnson. That's not a good time to turn it over. 4 minutes left to go. You got to get a stop here if you're at a Fever. Struggling to do that tonight. Phoenix Mercury with possession. Thomas dribbles up inside the key off the spin. And Thomas got another bucket. Triple digits for Phoenix first. 100-96. Raven Johnson sends it off to Boston. Mitchell, lob. Boston inside. Boston stripped. Boston turns it over. Back-to-back turnovers by Indiana at a critical time in this game. And the Phoenix Mercury will take a timeout. 18-11, fourth quarter box score for the Phoenix Mercury. Looking to pull off the upset tonight. We're down to 3:24 left to go in the fourth quarter. We head over to the timeouts. All right, we get back to action. Phoenix Mercury with possession. Loading inside the key, no good off targets. Missed by Copper. Rebound went to Boston. 3 minutes left to go. Kelsey Mitchell on the outside. Into the hands to Boston. Leah Boston towards her left off the dribble. Finds Alexi Hall. Off the dribble, bounce pass, corner 3 for the 1-point game, and she has got it. Raven Johnson nails it. They're going to roll to 2, so instead it's 100-98. Alyssa Thomas finds Broshon, a follow-away shot. Broshon bumped into and fouled. It's on Kelsey Mitchell, who picks up the personal. What a game between these two teams right now. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, that was correct call on that 3-point shot attempt that the foot was on the line for Raven Johnson, I believe. Look, should be a 2. The front foot on the 3-point line. She thinks it's a 3 right now. This is under official review. Game clock stopped. 2.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, front right foot. Seems like it's on the white paint. The 3-point line. So right now, this is under official review. 2.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. If you guys are just joining in, Caitlin Clark not playing right now due to a back injury, left in the early stage of the third. Call has been upheld. So it's going to stay 100-98. 4 fouls charged to Indiana, 0 in this quarter by Phoenix. Phoenix about to get the inbound. 2.5 left to play. Kelsey Mitchell for the Fever leads the way with 27, 10 for 15 shooting, 6 made threes, big time tonight on the floor, 19 points each by Caitlin Clark before she left due to the back injury. Finished with 8 assists tonight. 19 by Aaliyah Boston off the bench. Maisha Hines-Allen with 13. On the other side, 2 players with 22 for the Mercury. Kalia Copper, 22 points, perfect. 11 for 11 at the free throw line. Alyssa Thomas, 22 points, 8 assists. And Nohemi Brochon with 12. Dewana Bonner's got 13 and 8. And Valerian Ayahi off the bench with 16. And Brochon missed the free throw. 198. Fever have the basketball back. Top of the key, Raven Johnson. Hand off to Mitchell. Towards her left off the dribble. Slides it off to Johnson. Johnson dribbles up, circles her way around, back out to the wing. Bounce pass finds Boston. Boston backs her way off the double team. And we get a foul charged to Copper. That's the first personal foul of this quarter on Phoenix. Got lucky there with Aaliyah Boston. Elbow stick it out. Kalia Copper, guilty party, picked up the reach and foul. This has just been such a physical series between these two teams. Yeah, she got away with an elbow there. This is under review right now by the officials. So an elbow from Aaliyah Boston to the face of Kalia Copper. And right now the officials will look at this at the monitor. Yeah, so right now this is under review. Kalia Copper personal foul. That was a heavy elbow by Aaliyah Boston, and this is still under review. Mercury challenged this foul. Yeah, the defense has been non-existent tonight by Indy. Caitlin Clark left in the early third with a back injury for her, so she is out remaining part of this game. Still, this is one that you have to get tonight for the Fever. This Phoenix Mercury team at the bottom part of the WNBA. This is a game that you need to win. Wow, so this call has been overturned. Aaliyah Boston, flagrant one foul, offensive foul. So Phoenix will have the basketball. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm probably going to try some of the Summer League streams too. Um, I'm not sure just yet. Probably sometime next week, but I'm not certain what type of game I'll be doing. Probably like a WNBA stream next week, most likely. I'm probably going to try like other teams and see if it's a difference. Because this one didn't get that many viewers, but I'm looking across the board at like who's streaming and stuff, and it's like the same thing when I used to do the college streams. Is all those people that get away with the copyright show the game and show the screen. So I'm gonna see if I can do something off like another network next time or so, and see if that cuts that down. Kalia Copper at the free throw line. Both shots good, plus the basketball off of that flagrant one charge to Boston. So 102.98. Copper's got 24. Perfect 13 for 13 at the free throw line. It's going to be sometime next week. I'll be back most likely. Entry pass lob. Down low. Couldn't finish. Oh, shoot two coming up at the free throw line with a Yahi. Yeah, good question. I'm going to go no to that. I am concerned about the shooting around Giannis and Bam. They gave away their best shooter, Tyler Hero, and they gave away a bunch of players. So they don't really have much depth for them. And usually what wins now with championships is the depth and the pieces around the key players. And also Norman Powell, who right now is the best shooter remaining on the team, he's still a question mark because he can go wherever he wants in free agency. Jumper, Hall. No good off the back rim, missed the three. Boston came away with an offensive rebound. So I think they're going to be playing in a bunch of low-scoring games for them because they're going to be a superior paint team for them and just so good inside defensively. They're going to be playing a lot of close games, but you need balance between twos and threes, and just they were one of the worst jump shooting teams last year in the league, and they just traded away their best shooter with Hero. Jumper is good from downtown by Indiana. They had a bucket before that as well. So it's 106-103. Kelsey Mitchell has 30 tonight. Critical possession right now for the Mercury. Ayahi, defended by Lexi Hall. Under 120 left to go. Into the hands to Thomas. Thomas has her defender in Boston backing off now. Drives inside the key. Kick out. Corner three. Broshawn missed off the mark. Rebound secured by Boston. As we approach the final minute left to play here to the corner. Lexi Hall dribbles towards her left, inside, slides it back outside Mitchell. 1 minute remaining. Kelsey Mitchell finds Boston, cutting to the hoop, and she scores the layup up and in off the window. That was supposed to be 106-103. It's 106-105. 106-105 right now. Wow, big bucket there. Raven Johnson finding Aaliyah Boston. Backdoor to the hole. 106, 105, 57 seconds left. Timeout on the floor. What a game. Without Caitlin Clark tonight, and Indiana just needing to find a way to pull it off. Wow, no Bryce Hopkins yet. Thanks for the update, Jeffrey. I'm probably going to try the Commissioner's Cup Championship on Tuesday next week. So that's on Tuesday, June 30th. Yeah, because I think Indiana, they don't play in a while. Yeah, they play Saturday night. I'm probably going to be out. Yeah, during the summer, I really don't want to be streaming weekends because I'm usually out on the weekends or so. It's too nice of a time to be in here streaming. That's like the last thing I want to do. Yeah, they don't play that much after this. It's a Saturday and then it's a Sunday, June 27th, July 5th. So I'm going to probably try like different teams and see if that helps draw viewership, see where that is. So I might do the Commissioner's Cup Championship on Tuesday and see how that goes, and then I think the summer league starts in early July too. So maybe if these streams are not going so hot, I'm probably going to switch to the summer league possibly to try those. Yeah, 9th and the 19th is the summer league. The California summer league starts off July 3. Phoenix with possession, 1-point game as they have it at the right wing perimeter. Copper dribbles up, drives past Boston, right to the hole, scores the layup. Big time game tonight out of Kalia Copper. 45 seconds left to go. A 3 to tie, a 2 to pull win, and 1 Boston. Around the perimeter, handoff Mitchell. Back on top, Aaliyah Boston. Boston dribble drive, penetrates the paint straight away. Missed the shot, drew the shooting foul. And 2 free throws coming up at the line with 36 seconds left to go for Aaliyah Boston. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. First free throw is good by Boston. My pardon, Mercury had made a free throw before that. 109, 106, 109, 107 as Boston draws the free throws. The Fever give a foul. Phoenix, who has had a tremendous night at the free throw line, going. Phoenix going to advance into their front court. Okay. 109, 107. Phoenix able to advance into their front court. Copper towards her right off the dribble. Into the hands to Bonner. There's a 12-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out this game. A turnover on Phoenix. Yeah, double dribble. Charge to Mercury. 25 seconds left. Indiana, chance to win the game with a 3. They'll have the next possession coming up here. This might go into overtime tonight. Wow, just an incredible game tonight here. Just so close and competitive throughout. Inbound for the Fever. Goes over to Mitchell. Mitchell, jumper, deep two, top of the free throw circle. And it will not count. Away from the play, offensive foul. Or no, that's going to be on Mitchell. Yeah, she pushed off and then drifted right back, tangled up with Raven Johnson, pushing off on Kalia Copper. It's an offensive foul charge to Kelsey Mitchell. And Phoenix in the bonus. And that's a tough call right there. Mitchell got away with a tough push off there. Or got called on the tough push off. That's a tough possession right there. She had the shot. She drilled that shot, but didn't count. Would have tied it up. And then you're looking at a stop instead of committing this foul. Puts a Yai at the free throw line to shoot too. And Phoenix has been solid all night long at the free throw line. Kelsey Mitchell just picked up her sixth. So she is done for the game, just fouled out. 5 personal fouls by Aaliyah Boston. So this is not looking good right now for the Fever, even though if they do miss both free throws, still some deep foul trouble. And the first one's missed. Signs of hope right now for the Fever. Best they can do is put it to a 3-point game. So Yai bricked the first free throw out of 2. Second free throw by Ayahi. Got it. 110-107. 21 seconds left to go. Both teams with 1 timeout left to go. Racing up the floor. Raven Johnson. Right baseline dribble. Johnson sends it outside of Boston. Boston. 10 seconds remaining. Into the hands to Cunningham. Cunningham attacks the paint. Scores the layup. 6.2 seconds remaining. 1-point game. 110-109. Fever give the foul. With 5.5 seconds left to play, and back to the free throw line will go Phoenix. What a game tonight. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. 2 more free throws coming up in the bonus here for the Mercury. This is going to send the player of the game for Phoenix, Kalia Copper, at the free throw line to shoot 2. 27-point night, perfect at the free throw line for Kalia Copper tonight. The first free throw is money. Spot on. 2-point advantage for the Mercury. Second free throw, bricked off the back rim. Hall came away with a defensive rebound. He lost it out. Going up the floor, the ball rolling around the hardwood, and the clock expires as this game is over. The Phoenix Mercury going to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse tonight in a stun. The Indiana Fever. 111-109 the final score. Tough one tonight for Indiana. Caitlin Clark injured. Back injury, early stage of the third quarter, did not return. And a tough loss tonight for Indiana. Drops them back to 10-8 overall. Man, close, competitive game. Both of these teams scoring at will with 0 defense. But in the end, Phoenix picks up a stunning victory by 2, 111-109. Thanks all for joining and being a part here on the channel tonight. Before I do sign off, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we're going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, John, Michael Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Warren, the Naja player, Norma Paulson, Kelly Ogie, Russell Rydog, Astros fan for life, Phil, all on the prowl, I am Ghost, Ian, Edith, Ice Ice Baby, XX Dev 5000, SGA Sports Talk, Elaine, Kilo Pitts, Yvonne, Otamura, Tyreek, Jason, Nico Loco, Janet, NCC7 Enterprise, and Martin. Thanks for joining in. Be the part here on the stream tonight. Phoenix Mercury pick up the win 111-109 over the Indiana Fever. Glad to have you guys in the stream and enjoy the rest of your